Ethiopia is the most populous country in the Horn of East Africa, with a population of over 100 million. The country is composed of more than 80 different nations, nationals and people who are living together for millennia. They are interrelated with different cultures, traditions, language, marriage and settlement areas, among others. They also share many values and traditions and have much in common. To further strengthen the existing unity among these nations, nationals and people, Ethiopia has been started celebrating Nations, Nationals and Peoples Day on December 8, 2006 in Finfinne City. Regional states. Accordingly, the 13th edition of the Ethiopian Nations, Nationals and Peoples Day has colorfully been celebrated in Finfinne City, hosted by the Finfinne City administration on December 8, 2008. On the occasion, 76 cultural groups representing their particular nations, nationals and peoples drawn from the 9 regional states and the 2 city administrations have taken part. The cultural groups have arrived at the city by holding their cultural manifestations that created unbelievable and incredible beauty while attending the stage in the center of unity, togetherness and brotherhood. The day is meant to create a strong bondage, harmonious life and relationship among nations and nationals of the country. It has also great contribution to know what those nations and nationals have in common and separately in terms of language, cultural costumes, traditional musical instruments and songs and different mechanisms of solving conflicts inter and intra-nations in the country. At the eve of the day, different celebrations that praise the unity and tolerance among nations and nationals have been taking place in the city. Mass coffee drinking ceremony which more than 10,000 guests have attended and musical theater prepared by Finfinne City administration to elaborate how conflict management techniques are important between nations were performed. Members of different cultural groups who have taken part on the event told of and that they have observed incredible brotherhood with their cultural differences tough.
ኢትዮጵያ ብሔር ብሔረሰቦችን ያስተሳሰረን ነው ያ ብቻ ሳይሆን እኛ መደመር የሚለው ነገር ሳይመጣም የተደመርን ቤተሰብ ነን አሁንም ከኦሮሞ ማህበረሰብ ወይም ደግሞ ከኢትዮጵያ ህዝቦች ጋር የተደመርን አብላጫውን ግን ከኦሮሞ ቤተሰብ የተደመርን ቤተሰቦች ነን
Different nations in Ethiopia have a strong unity since many countries ago. We have united even before the coming of the ideology of unity by our Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed. We a lot of nations and nationalities have been united with the Oromo people since long. A new version of unity and change started by the Keros in Oromia some years ago. But that changes are not only for the Oromo people but for all Ethiopians who were under pressure. So Keros fought for all Ethiopians.
Naga jechuun waan baay'ee of keessa qaba jaalal yoo nagaan jiraatu jaalala jira yoo nagaan jiraatu tasgabbii jira yoo nagaan jiraatu wal dhaga'uu jira yoo nagaan jiraatu kan walitti dhufanii bareedanii aadaa walii wal agarsiisanii wal barsiisanii walirra baruu jira yoo nagaan hin jirre immoo dhufanii asitti argamuu hin danda'amu.
Peace is everything for me. Because if there is no peace, there is no free movement and free expression. The existence of peace guarantees love and sharing cultural traditions like these 4 nations, nationals and the peoples of Ethiopia.
Nagani wanunda dursa jedha. Akkas faayamu kadanden sabab sablamatini sablamoti fi umati biyyi kana kunin wal qabate midaagu kadandau wal qabate hojjachu kadandau wal qabate jijjiramu kadandau hojja nagaan jiraatu qofa jedha. Kanaaf nami hundinuyyuu bakkum jirutti abbootii amantaas taatee jaarroleen biyyaas akkasumas qeerroon jijjiirama saba kanaatiif gahee guddaa fudhataa turtanilleen iddoo jirtan maratti nageenyaaf akka dhaabbatanii jedha.
The prevalence of peace and security in Ethiopia has supported the nations and nationals of Ethiopia to come here together to celebrate their own day in which they were promised to live together forever. Therefore, every stakeholders of the peacekeeping should play their level best to realize peaceful and harmonious relationship among Ethiopians.
While passing in front of the daily guest's honor, all cultures groups have shown their respective cultural dressing, traditional songs and musical instruments by singing and chanting. Some participants of the event from Finfinne City said, celebrating nations, nationals and peoples day has its own positive impact to build a lasting bridge of tolerance and mutual understanding among the people of Ethiopia to live together.
ባህሉ ቆንጆ ነው በጣም ደስ ይላል አረ ደስ ይላል ቆንጆ ነው አረ ለየት ያለው ባህሉ ብሔር ብሔረሰብ ቆንጆ ነው
The Ethiopian nations, nationals and peoples day is really very incredible. Celebrating such days in Ethiopia is very crucial to strengthen unity and love among nations, she said.
መጣሁት ከወረዳ 9 ነው ላፍቶ ክፍለ ከተማ በዓሉ በጣም ጥሩ ነው ያየሁት አይቼ ማላቀውን የብሔር ብሔረሰቦችን ሁሉን ነገር አልባሳቱን ሁሉን ነገር ማንኛውንም አንድነታቸውን ነው ያየሁትና በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል ህዝቦች አንድ ላይ ተፈቃቅረው በቃ በፍቅር ባህላቸውንም አንዱን በመልበስ
I am from Lafto subsidiary of Finfinne City. On the occasion, I see what I couldn't see before. The dressing style of different nations and how strong the unity have impressed me. For example, I am from Amhara nation, but I wear the Oromo cultural dress. Therefore, such events have a great meaning and contribution to Ethiopians to live together. The more we unite, and the more we become exemplary to the rest of African nations, she said. The Premier of Finfinne City, Engineer Takele Uma, in his opening speech said, people of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia have promised to live together forever while ratifying the 1995 Constitution of the country. He said, the hard working of these children will soon transform Ethiopia in socio-economic and politics to a better stage.
Enya Ethiopian, ከመነሻችን አንስተው አሁን እስከደረስንበት ምዕራፍ እንደ ጥበብ ሸማድር በተገመዱ የሀገራችን ዜጎች ታሪክ የተጻፈውም ያልተጻፈውም ሁሉ የሀገራችን የዜጎች ቃላት የማይገልጻቸው መስዋዕት ተከፍለው የዛሬውን ሀገራዊ ነፃነታችንና አንድነታችን ላበረከቱልን ላስረከቡን ድንቅ አባቶቻችን የላቀ ምስጋናን ላቀርብላቸው እወዳለሁ።
We Ethiopians have sacrificed a lot to keep sovereignty of our country and to strengthen unity and have among nations and nationalities of Ethiopia. I would like to thank our forefathers for their great contribution to hand over us this beautiful country. This day is also the day of all Ethiopians, by which all nations have renewed their promise of living together. It is also the sign of unity and recognition among Ethiopians of every corner in the country. I would like to thank our Prime Minister for his contribution to united Ethiopians and help Ethiopia to be heard and appreciated at a global arena in different ways than before. By abolishing sense of selfishness that spoils lifestyles of nations, children of Ethiopia will soon transform this country to a better one that's comfortable for its citizens.
Takele underscored that the new version of equality and unity have been emerging between Ethiopians and sense of unity and togetherness which would help to stand together to fight against selfishness ideology that insists to spoil harmonious lifestyle of nations.
የበለጸገች ፍትህና ዲሞክራሲ የተረጋገጠበት ሁሉም ዜጎች በአንድ ድምፅ ሀገሬ የሚሏት ኢትዮጵያን እውን ለማድረግ የብሔራዊ ቀለማችንና እሴታችንን እንደ ስጋት ሳይሆን በአምላክ የተቸረን ትልቅ ጸጋ መሆኑን በመቀበል ለገና ሻግሮ የሚያይ ጠንካራ ህዝባዊ አንድነትና
To see well-developed Ethiopia in all rounds, all citizens of this country should stand together at national level. Fortunately, this day is the best opportunity to show that strong relationship have been existing among our nations. So this day is a day by which all Ethiopians are promising to transform Ethiopia to the next chapter.
Speaker of the House of Federation, Kyria Ibrahim, for her part said, Ethiopia has been registering many remarkable successes better than ever before. She said, however, still there are a lot of things to be done on the ideologies that aggravate conflict and misunderstanding between nations of the country.
ከስኬቶች አንዱንም ለዘመናት ሳይተዋወቁ የኖሩ ብሔረሰቦች ህዝቦች እርስ በራሳቸው ግንኙነት በመፍጠር እንዲተዋወቁና ትስስራቸው እንዲጠናከር የራሱ መልካም አጋጣሚ ፈጥሯል።
Ethiopia has been registering a remarkable success in all aspects, and one of the success is this marvelous Day of Nations, Nationals and People of Ethiopia. This day has a great contribution to strengthen unity and love among Ethiopia's nation. Our constitution has guarantees us to live together while holding our particular identities that strengthen our unity and tolerance among us. But the country has a lot to do on the ideologies that would hinder such beautiness and difference, she said. President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Sahle-Work Zewde, on the celebration said she has been intensively working on peace building in the country since taking office.
ይህንን ስራ በተረከብኩበት ቀን ትኩረቴን ያደረኩት እንደምታስታውሱት ሁሉ በሰላም በአብሮ መኖርና በጋራ ማደግ በሴቶች ላይ መሆኑን ታስታውሱ ይሆናል።
Since I took office, I have been working on peace-building activities by giving special attention to it. To realize our hope of building great Ethiopia, we do not have any alternative rather than peace and harmonious relationship among nations, nationals and peoples of Ethiopia, she said. The president underlined that tolerance is ever a key principle to live together, particularly to the countries like Ethiopia with many nations and nationalities.
አገራችንን ከድህነት ለማላቀቅና በእርግጥም በ21ኛው ክፍለ ዘመን የሚገባትን ስፍራ እንድትይዝ ልዩነቶቻችንን ከሚያሰፉ አስተሳሰቦችና ተግባሮች ተላቀን በመተማመን በመደጋገፍ በመፈቃቀር መነቃነቅ መንቀሳቀስ ይኖርብናል።
To fight against poverty and build a country that matches 21st century living standard, we should stand together in love and accountability. If we can't unite more and more, we never go any distance ahead as a country. Tolerance is a key of our unity that we all Ethiopians must handle. Tolerance is a basic principle to live together, but lack of tolerance could result in conflict among nations. Therefore, as a government and as a public, we shall work to tolerance to live together forever, she said. The 14th festivity of Day of Nations, Nationals and Peoples of Ethiopia will be hosted by the Oromia Regional State in December 2019.
ደቡብ ክልል የሃይቆች የቱሪስት መስህብ የታሪክ የእምነት ሀገር የፍቅር መንደር ነው። ደቡብ ሐዋሳ ጫሞ አባያ
Kololaniza, ilikiseto, yamarartuto, nyukadae wadisa. Kololaniza, ilikiseto, yamarartuto, Kololanisa Bilikiseto Yamarartuto Enugadae Walisa Kololanisa Bilikiseto Yamarartuto Enugadae Walisa Kololanito Manakaka yung koduri Kololanito Enugurgudan Sibila Kololanito Anum kalla kesi waya Kololanito Namatin bekne simila Kololanito Faranjiriki chadigi Kololanito Rminya tufonin danko Kololanito Ijolumana nisijali Kololanito Simararu imimanko Kololanito Kololanis Likiseto Yamarartuto Enyugadae walisa Kololanito Kololanisa Likiseto Yamarartuto Enyugadae walisa Kololanito Madimani Gargarnu basuf yadan jarri Likiseto Madimani Adanu basuf yadan